You know, when I was growing up in Puerto Rico, we lived in this development, and this is practically, you know, this is a completely urban area. There was this dude who thought of himself as a kind of cowboy or something, and he liked to keep horses in what was the park, the neighborhood park, part of the neighborhood that was designed for the kids, the urban kids, to have some kind of outdoor experience. And this dude used to he liked to keep horses in there. Mm-hmm. And we actually loosened the horses up where they were tied up and rode them to the beach, which is at least a 3 mile, probably more, 3 or 4 mile ride. But it just made us feel kind of adventurous and evil to be able to do something without permission that we knew was dangerous, of course. But the reason I thought of this story is that one of the questions that you have in your sheet here is something that you miss about the place where you're from. Right. And there's a certain significance in riding to the beach, you know, and when you live in a small island like Puerto Rico is, the ocean is the biggest thing we've ever seen. You know, the highest mountain in Puerto Rico is like 1,100 feet. When I think of going back to Puerto Rico for one of the breaks, the one thing that is most important to me is to take a look at the ocean. Even if I don't go in for a swim, and in most cases I do not go in for a swim. There's some surfers, you know, girls in bikinis is always a nice addition. Nothing compares to the ocean. Mountains are static, you know, like I said. I mean, if it's not like they move or anything. And that is, in some ways, it is a big cultural shock for somebody who lives in this state with all its magnificent beauty, but doesn't have an ocean. So, you know, who cares? Testing, 1.